Now, Areva, the judge would not allow the defense to introduce any other suspects into this case. Why, and is that normal?
Well, the whole issue was, is there any evidence, substantive evidence, that leads you to believe that there's someone else that did this? And in this case, unfortunately, the investigators had tunnel vision. They didn't investigate or follow leads for other potential suspects, and that was a big problem in this case. But I think one thing we have to be clear about, these guys are already winning. They're both poor, they're out of money. No lawyer would touch this case. Now, after this documentary and all of this media attention, they have high-powered specialists that do nothing but these intense murder cases like this on their team. That's pretty major.
I will let you follow on, but I want to put a fine point on what she's saying. I think what you were saying is, if they are not guilty, these people will get them off. Is that accurate?
Well, what I'm saying, if there were violations, we have to be clear about the criminal justice system. Guilt is important, but also the process. Were their rights violated through this trial? And if their rights were violated, they would be entitled to a new trial. Now they have these high-powered lawyers that have taken their case, apparently for not any money, that's going to challenge how this trial was handled.
But Anahita, this is my thing about this case. I believe this man is guilty. I felt this way from the beginning. I've actually had emails from neighbors and people in the community thanking me because they've been dealing with this family for a long time. Wow. But here's the deal. I'm not convinced he should be in prison for the very reason that Areva's pointing out. There's a difference between guilt and
reasonable doubt. I think
and you have enough to prove his guilt, which is the system.
And a constitutional trial.
Do you want to respond?
I agree that whether or not you believe he did it or did not do it, that he should have been acquitted because there was a ton of reasonable doubt. But I want to touch upon the judge's ruling by not allowing the defense attorneys to argue that perhaps the killer could have been somebody else.
They alluded to other people. They alluded to lots of other people.
The judge excluded them from making that argument, Dr. Drew, and I can tell you as a defense attorney, that is a very common argument. A defense attorney not only is allowed to make, you're almost compelled to make that argument for your client at trial. So this is one of those rulings that I found so perplexing in this case, because as a defense attorney, we talked about this before, your ethical duty to your client is to be able to raise anything that could possibly give rise to reasonable doubt. But the judge precluded them from arguing, hey, it could have been somebody else.
Jim, you want to say something?
I agree. I mean, I have never seen a case like this where the defense was prevented from pointing the finger at who they say is the real killer. I think it's outrageous. But in addition, there was all sorts of other things that the prosecutor did that were just outrageous. For example, having a press conference and minutely detailing the horrific things they say that Brendan said were done to this victim. You don't do that in the middle of an investigation. You typically, a prosecutor will say, wait till the trial, you'll hear what my case is. They don't spill out all that information, because what did it do in this case? It poisoned the jury pool in a very small town. There's no way to get past that.
But it's important to note, though, we can imagine that all of these arguments were made in the multiple appeals that were filed. That just shows how difficult it is in these cases to get an appellate court judge to undo what's happened at the trial level, because
even with all these mistakes,
these big holes that we hear like a donut, despite all of these big holes, the appellate court upheld.
I just want to know when Dr. Drew's going to make his own 10-part Netflix counter series.
That's right. That's right.
They should hire him to do their PR. The prosecution team, I already said that, Dr. Drew. They should hire him.
You got emails, people thanking you. I got texts after you and I were here talking about it, and I was on the show talking about it, people saying Dr. Drew was too hard on the defendants.
Oh, no, they want to kill me, too. There's also the one having We're just talking about a television program, everybody. You were all falling for a documentary. Let's not forget that.